Happy New Year! It's time for a special edition of Watch Me Suck at Bowling!
Happy 2019! This coming to you the very day New Year's has begun. From Mason Bowling Center, even though it's got the Santa on there, because this is being recorded before Christmas. Mason's, Leominster, Mass. There were plans that we were going to do this at Collins Bowlodrome, but the one day that was good weather and time-wise happens to be the day they close early for the handicapped and disability leagues. So, yeah, that got squashed, but there will be the duck hunt sometime early in 2019. So, we've been here before, we're going to get situated and then go from there. We will be bowling on lane 16, and we're going to try to avoid being here when the leagues come in. May not be successful. Anyway, before we get started, let's go through the highs and lows of right now. In the land of candlepins, my high was obviously not done here at Mason's, is a 139 done at Putnam's. My low, however, of 44 was done here, albeit starting to bowl the right way fairly early on. In the land of the ducks, Collins Bowlodrome, I got the 147, and the low of 58 happened at North Chelmsford Lanes when I had the pin cam in the aisles and there's literally no room for it. The ultra short approaches didn't work, so when I moved the camera back, everything was fine. And then the land of the 10 pins. By one pin, my new high went up to 161. And trying to do the Jason Belmonte thing, it really did not work because that 26, yep, that's a real score. And those are the highs and lows as of now.
Watch Me Suck at Bowling is a proud sponsor of the hit TV candlepin show King of the Palace. Watch talented professional and league bowlers show their stuff instead of watching this crap. To watch episodes of King of the Palace, simply go to YouTube and search for King of the Palace. If you want to subscribe to the show, go to youtube.com/newpalacelanes.
Because this is the new year, literally the 1st of January, this will be a special triple. And to move things along, we're going to show the score every half game. So the 5th and the 10th. And before we get started, we know the only thing professional about the bowling you're about to see are these Epco urethane Proline balls. And now, it's time for those famous words you've been waiting for. It's now time to watch me suck at bowling.
Game 1, frame 1, ball 1. Ball 2. Ball 3.
What a way to start with a stink frame of 4. And for those of you who like the pin setters, here's the Bowlmore in action. And there you go. Frame 2, ball 1. Oddly enough, this pin setter is favoring the right-hander, yet that's when I tend to do worse. Ball 2. Wouldn't it have been nice? Welcome to Mason's. 3. If that were only ball 2, that's a 10. Frame 3, ball 1. Yeah, the pin cam's okay. It looks crooked, but it's fine enough. Ball 2. Ball 3. Another niner. Frame 4, ball 1. Ball 2. Ball 3. Hooking slightly right with a 7. Frame 5, ball 1. Ball 2. Ball 3. Another Mason screw job. That's an 8.
That's not exactly a very good half, but it's very rebuildable. Rough start in frame 1 with the 4. Then we got a 10 and 2 to bounce back. Decent 9 and 3. Then it went a little weak in 4 and 5 with a 7 and a halfway decent 8. We're at 38. Once again, rebuildable. Let's see what happens next.
Frame 6, ball 1. Ball 2. Ball 3. Bowling God's middle finger for the 9. Frame 7, ball 1. Ball 2. Ball 3. Another niner. Frame 8, ball 1. No good. If it's a full rack and a foul ball takes out pins, you are allowed to reset.
Ball 2, going for the Emily. That's nothing on ball 1, everything on 2. Ball 3, this could junk the whole game. And it does. A 6. Frame 9, ball 1. Ball 2. Ball 3. A 10. That might get us into the bottom of average ability. Last frame, ball 1. According to ICBA standards on casual league players, 90 is average. And people differ around 10 usually, so 80 to 100. 8 away from the low end. Ball 2. Ball 3. Go figures, I need 8. Probably miss everything and get the 7. I suck enough that I can call it. Game is officially mediocre. 79.
79 is not 80, therefore mission failed and a mediocre game. Frame 1 killed it with that 4, but the second half was pretty strong to a degree, but the 6 and 8 pretty much put the nail in the coffin. And of course, per usual, when we needed that one extra pin, it didn't happen in frame 10 with a 7. So, 79. Let's see how game 2 goes.
Game 2, frame 1, ball 1. Looks like this is going to be a rotten day. Ball 2.
Backdoor spare. I didn't see that one coming, but at least the ball went where I threw it.
Frame 2, ball 1. El Stinko, the bonus ball. What will the bonus be?
Well, why not? El Stinko stunk with a 1.
Ball 2. Ball 3, 4 horsemen.
Let minor losses live, but that just barely stayed behind. Decent 8.
Frame 3, ball 1. Ball 2. Ball 3.
Bowling God's middle finger strikes again for the 9.
Frame 4, ball 1. Ball 2. Ball 3. Marks help. 9s aren't too bad. Nine it shall be. Frame 4, ball 1. No, that's 5. Ball 2. Figures 2 full. Ball 3. Of course it misses everything. That's a 6.
So far, the first half isn't all too bad. We got a spare in 1 and an 8 and 2, but the first ball only yielded 1 pin. El Stinko the bonus ball for the 1 bonus in frame 1, and then the lousy 6 and 5. Otherwise, 8s and 9s, we are at 43. So far, an average game is quite possible. Let's see if it happens.
Frame 6, ball 1. Ball 2. Take a look, it's our friend Bob. Say hi to Bob. Hopefully we can say bye-bye to Bob. Ball 3. Looks like Bob's here to stay. Yep, he's here to stay, but a 9 ain't too bad. Frame 7, ball 1. Ball 2, a little too thin. Another spare. Hopefully it'll go better this time. Frame 8, ball 1. El Stinko, the bonus ball. Will we get better than 1? Well, we go from a bonus of 1 to 1 just standing. Fill of 9. Ball 2. It's set up so nice. Will I blow it? Ball 3. We all saw that one coming. The 9's what we're getting. Average range achieved. Frame 9, ball 1. Ball 2. Ball 3. Too thin again for 7. Last frame of game 2, ball 1. Rarely do I ever get 3 digits at this place. I need to get a mark and a 3 fill. Ball 2. Ball 3, the ultimate stink frame of the day, perhaps? Hey, at least I got a decent score. It'd be nice to hit 90s, which is average. And that one with a crappy 5, but we did get to the middle of average.
Finally, an average game, and at Mason's and my ability, that's not all that bad. Although there was a collapse at the end with the 7 and 9 and the 5 and 10, we did pretty well at 9s and 7s, as well as the spare and 7. The 9 and 8 making up the fill for frame 7. 92. Game 3. Will we do even better?
Last game for the new year. Frame 1, ball 1. Can we have at least 2 out of 3 be 80 or above? Ball 2. Ball 3. That second ball was pretty good, but Masons. The right side is hard for right-handed bowlers. Niner. Frame 2, ball 1. Ball 2. Ball 3. Wanted to hit the 2 pieces of wood in the middle. Probably could have got a 10. Wound up with 7. Frame 3, ball 1. Ball 2. Ball 3. That's why the third ball is so important, just to prove that I suck as much as I've always had. That's a 4. Stinker. Frame 4, ball 1. This is now the worst game. Ball 2. Ball 3. Oh, looks like this game's junk. That's a 3. Frame 5, ball 1. Ball 2. Ball 3. The middle finger, every time it stands, it took the game. And that's a 9.
This is a train wreck. 9 and 1, 7 2, 4 and 3, 3 and 4, 9 and 5. The 2 9s are the only good things. 32. Can we pull it back together again?
Frame 6, ball 1. Ball 2. Ball 3. This time it's the kingpin that stands alone for 9. Frame 7, ball 1. Very, very weak possibility and ability. Ball 2. Ball 3. The worst way to leave a 6, so I guess the bookends suck today. Frame 8 of failure, ball 1. 2 of the 3 games sucked. Frame 9, ball 1. 2 El Stinkos. Maybe this might put it in the average area. Who knows? El Stinko 2, too much of a lob. Crappy leave, but okay 7 fill. Ball 3, might be okay. Another 7. Last frame of this disaster, ball 1. Ball 2. Ball 3, squeaked into bottom end of average ability. And that's New Year's Day edition of Watch Me Suck at Bowling, ending with a 10.
This looked like another game that was going to be mediocre and on the low end of that. But fortunately, the strike in 8 saved the day, as well as a decent fill in frame 9 with the 7. Horrible 6 and 7, by the way. Decent 9 and 6, and a 10 and 10. Squeaked it in with an 81. 2 of the games flirted with the very bottom of average ability. The third one just barely squeaking by. The first one just barely not making it. And then we had that 92 in the middle. Anyway, we failed to come anywhere close near the high triple. Looks like that's going to stick for a while. That will conclude this special New Year's edition of Watch Me Suck at Bowling, coming to you from Mason's in Leominster, Massachusetts. Did you track the short pin through this series? Don't worry, there's plenty more where that came from for the rest of the month. This is George F551 saying hope you enjoyed and have a good one.